How's it going, everyone? Today we're talking about something that we all love or hate. That's neighbors. I was gonna go ahead and pop that out. Fans pop on. And we're good. As you can probably tell, we are in Mali today. I'll try to talk as loud as I can because I know the audio isn't the best. And you can just hear the rocks just flying up and just slowly killing my paint. Hashtag sticky tires and no fender lining. I'm merging in a parking lot. That's something I've never done before. So as a car enthusiast, neighbors, there's something that we all have to deal with. Our hobby is loud, spacious, expensive. That doesn't really concern the neighbors. But some people don't like that. Normal people complain all the time about how loud our cars are, how fast we're going. I don't know. I'm just trying to make things up here, but yeah, people don't necessarily like cars. Now, to fill you in on my neighbor situation, let me give you a little bit of background. 1 year ago, we moved into the house that we lived in, and at that point, I wasn't really a huge car enthusiast. I didn't really do any work to my car and whatnot. I have to roast the clutch because the tune in this car isn't great. It leans out hardcore when you first engage the clutch, and if you don't go above like 1500 RPMs, it dies, so. Gripped up, kind of. But when we moved into the house that we live at now, I wasn't a car enthusiast, and so I didn't really care where we moved. I didn't care about one very important thing, homeowner association. And that word, that scares a lot of car enthusiasts. Homeowner associations are the bane of all evil, I'm telling you. They've got the stupidest rules ever, and they 100% limit our ability on working on cars and doing stuff like that. So yeah, we moved into a home that was run by a homeowners association, and I didn't know that, and I didn't care, I didn't know anything about that. So I was none the wiser. When we first moved in, we didn't have any issues because I didn't have any loud cars, and I only had one car. Then I got Molly, and that was kind of loud, and I started getting car friends, and we had lots of loud cars there. The first incident happened, Jack, this was your fault. If you're watching, this was 100% your fault. It's okay, but it was your fault. It was a summer day, we were all hanging out at my house, and my friend had just arrived, and he decided to rip his car, his stock Miata, down the neighborhood. And he wasn't going like crazy fast. I mean, it's a Miata, so it's slow. I think he hit like, I don't know, let's say 45 and a 25, which is dangerous, it's dumb, but it's not awful. Also, from here on, red filters are evil neighbors, blue filters are me. So he came over to our house, and he was like, yo, what the do you think you're doing, man? You're like going like 80 miles per hour. You're gonna kill someone. And me and my friends were like, he wasn't going that fast, but okay, we're sorry. I'm sorry about that. It won't happen again, don't worry. We were really cool. I apologized, my friend apologized, it was all good, but he was not very cool. He stomped off, he was very angry, and rightly so, but we apologized. So you think that would be the end of it, but no, this guy's like as mature as a 2-year-old, and he holds a grudge. So he started watching us. Every mistake that we did, he reported us to the homeowner association, and we got a ticket. We parked one inch over the sidewalk. Ticket. I left one of my tools out. Ticket. I work on my car at all in the driveway. Ticket. A couple days ago when I was working on the Rally Miata and I pulled off the rear like little bumper thing, took all of 2 seconds. He was watching and he gave us a ticket, or he reported us and got me a ticket. It's so immature, like we apologize, all right? We're chill, like if you have a problem with us, come talk to us. Don't stalk us and report us for every little thing we do wrong. It bugs me so much. He's like 42, like you'd think a 40-year-old would be a little bit more mature than this, but I guess not. So yeah, that's been kind of a pain in the ass, but we've been trying to do things right and not break any of the rules. I swear he like studies the rule book of the homeowner association and just watches us to make a mistake. It's ridiculous. But that was all the issues that we had until recently. The thing is that my family owns a lot of cars. I've got 3 cars, my mom has a car, my sister has a car, my sister's boyfriend has a car, my mom's boyfriend has a big truck. So that's 7 vehicles, right? That's a lot of vehicles, and they take up a lot of space. And our driveway can really only hold 3 vehicles, because if we park 1 inch over the line, we get a ticket. Anyway, me and my friends were out just chilling yesterday, or a couple days ago, right after filming stuff for the Rally Miata, and my neighbor comes over and this is what he says. Hey, what the hell am I supposed to do if I want to have a party or people over? At this point I was kind of confused because I've never seen or talked to this neighbor before, and he just suddenly out of the blue comes up to us so aggressive. Like, I was just confused. Like, I didn't know if it was a joke or something. Anyway, you guys are taking up like every single parking spot. When my 80-year-old grandma comes over, she has to park down the street and walk all the way to our house. She's 80 years old. She has trouble walking. You're taking up all the spots. Where the heck is she supposed to park? I mean, it's public parking, dude. It's the street. I have as much right to park there as you do. I don't exactly remember what happened because adrenaline was rushing through my head because this guy was scared. So what, you're not gonna let up? You should park down the street so when my grandma comes over, she can park right here and not have to walk. I totally understand that she should be able to park right next to her house, that she shouldn't have to walk so far, but I don't think I should have to park really far away every single day just to make that happen. Why don't we just all park where we normally park, and when your grandma comes over, then you can park down the street and let her park where you park, right by your house. Or even, why didn't you come and ask me nicely when your grandma comes over to move my car? That makes sense too. Anyway, he said, so what, you're not gonna give up? You're not gonna move? No, I have just as much right to park there as you do. All right, well, you know what? What goes around comes around. So he started walking off, and then I was like, okay, dude, kind of like being like an asshole, like whatever, you know, kind of thing. He drops his dog leash, his dog starts walking off, he turns around, gets right into my face and says, don't you call me dude. Whoa, whoa, I just triggered a 50-year-old man by calling him dude and parking in public parking. What is he do? He was like 3 inches away from my face, like swinging his arms and just fucking going crazy, excuse my language. And at this point I was pointing to his dog, which was like running away. I'm like, dude, are you really going to argue with me while your dog runs away? And this is when it got even worse. Is your dad home? Is your dad around? Like, did you have a father when you were growing up? Yeah. Why? Did he beat your ass as a child? Because you deserve to be beaten. No, because that's child abuse. 100% no joke, that is exactly what he said to me. A 50-year-old man just said, like, what? At that point, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, this guy is freaking crazy. Oh my gosh. Get off my property, leave right now. And for some reason, he didn't leave right away, but we kept arguing, and eventually he left. I don't remember all the details, like I said, but yeah, he's a freaking maniac. And keep in mind, my 2 friends were right there, and the neighbors across the street, which are actually cool neighbors, they were also out in front of their house watching. I turned to my friends, I'm like, did that just fucking happen? Like, holy shit, that guy is crazy. And at one point when he was talking about like how I should have been beaten as a child, my friend just started laughing, like, are you serious, dude? He was this close to getting physical, and I was that close to getting physical too, because I was like, all right, this guy's an asshole. I just wanted to deck him in the face, and I'm sure I would have gotten my ass beaten because I'm a scrawny little 19-year-old, and he was a big, beefy 15-year-old, or 50, sorry. But anyway, the neighbors across the street came over, and they're like, whoa, what the heck just happened? We explained the situation to them, and they were like, oh yeah, this guy's been an asshole since he moved in here. The cool neighbors have lived there for a couple of years, and at one point, this asshole neighbor threatened the previous owner of my home, the place that we live in now, with a gun. Like, he actually got a gun and threatened him. Don't remember what the situation was exactly, but the point is that everyone agrees that he's crazy. At that point, my mom came out and I told her what happened, and we decided to call the cops, not because we were scared or anything, just because we wanted to have it on record, because he did like threaten my cars. What goes around comes around. That doesn't sound good, so we wanted to get a police record file, just so if anything does happen, he's the primary suspect. We had it all on record, and yeah, it was just to be safe. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. But yeah, my neighbor told me that I should have been beaten as a child because I parked in public parking. I can understand my neighbors getting mad at me for having a loud car, or working too late, or just being too loud and noisy, but for parking in the street, anyone can park there. It's totally fair game, whatever. Parking in the street, that's what he got mad at me for. Ah, missed third. I really need to get new motor mounts for this car. Also, he's 50 years old and has a grandma still. That's pretty impressive. If he would have came up to me nicely and said, hey, can you please like move your car? I would have been like, yeah, sure, bro. That's like the #1 rule of arguing, is to respect your audience. I bet you he didn't graduate high school, because that's something you learn in high school. Anyway guys, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully I explained everything right and it all made sense. Go ahead and write about your crazy neighbor stories in the comment section below. I'm curious to see what kind of experiences you guys have. Peace out guys, and I'll see you next time.